Today we're going to be making a Persian lamb kebab. Here we have a little more than 1.5 pounds of lamb shoulder chop. Parts of it are bone, but you want to start by cutting it into pieces that are roughly 1 inch per side. Like that. That's about right, or a little bigger than that. Now, once we've cut the meat away from the bone, it looks like we have just about 1 pound or over 1 pound. So adjust the proportions accordingly. We're going to start with about half an onion. I got a whole onion here, but I only need to use about half for this amount. And I've salted the onion to draw some of the moisture out of it. And what the onion is going to do is tenderize the meat. We're going to use about 1/4 teaspoon of saffron. We're going to do about 3/4 teaspoon of salt. 2 or 3 cloves of garlic for flavor. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of sumac, half a cup of olive oil, and the juice from 1 lime. Mix it all together. And then let it marinate for at least 1 hour, preferably longer. I like to put it in the fridge for a couple of hours while I'm doing other preparation. You want to leave just a little space between the meat so that the heat can get in and it can cook evenly on all sides. Putting the tomatoes on a skewer as well. The tomatoes make a perfect combination with the lamb, so we're going to cook them together. We're going to put them right over the coal and turn them periodically to make sure they don't get burned on any side or get too dry on any side. Keep a close eye on it and keep turning it as necessary. For the tomatoes, we're going to put a little bit of olive oil on the tomatoes like that, and it'll flare up for a bit, but that's okay. Hit them with a little bit of sumac on the tomatoes. And then we're going to turn and do the same thing. And a little bit of sumac on this side. And you can see it's already, the charring process is already taking place. So we've had these on for about 8 minutes. We've been consistently turning them and kind of rotating them to make sure they get even heat distribution across the whole skewer. And you can see in parts where you start getting just a little bit of char, that's when you know it's done on that side. So here we're almost just about done with the skewer, and this one is close as well. So we got a lot of char on this side, so we're going to cook it just a little bit longer on the other side and then pull it off. You can see we pulled the tomatoes just a little bit off the fire. When you see char on the outside of the tomato, that's not a bad thing, because the real part you're going to eat is the inside, and you want the inside to cook really well. It will get a little bit charred on the outside. What we've done, we've pulled it off the direct fire, so still getting a good amount of heat, but it's not getting flame.